Welcome back, everybody. We are going to do another product review for you. It's going to be on this thing right here. And today we're just going to do an unboxing video for you and just show you what's in the box, talk a little bit about it, and then in the future I'm going to do a follow-up video of it being fully utilized. So let's see what it is first and take it out of the package. It's probably going to come to you like this. Right? You take it out of the plastic. Okay, and this is it. This is what it is. 12 pods. You're going to get 12 pods in your box. It's a grow system, and I'm really excited about these new grow systems. There's all different sizes and shapes. What's really good about this is you can keep these on your kitchen counter, and you can basically grow... I mean, you can grow tomatoes, like dwarf tomatoes and stuff in there, maybe some of the smaller pepper varieties. You could do that if you want to. But this is really geared for stuff like maybe lettuces and spices and things like that. It's really where it grows best. You can really maximize your potential with fresh spices. I personally like my spices fresh. Though I do eat dried spices, it's just... fresh sometimes gives you a different effect with your cooking. So let's open it up and see what's in the box. So it's going to come like so, right? Go like that. We're going to go like that. And open that down. You're going to get a little booklet like this. We're not going to go through it. It's an instruction booklet, I guess, how to put it together. And it's going to talk a lot more about it. We'll look at that in a second. And you're going to get another book, which is Activate Your 24-Month Warranty. So you're going to get a code on it. You want to scan that code. You can scan it. Get your warranty on it. There's more instructions. We'll look at that in a second. You're going to get some more of this stuff. Now, when you get this stuff in the box, guys, don't throw the box away. I know, I always say that, but don't do it, because if you have to return it or even put it back into storage again, I like to keep the original boxes with all the foam and everything, and then if I'm not using it or something, I can just put it all away, put it back, and boom, I can put it on the top shelf or something, right? You know, because not all the time. Sometimes I travel, and when I travel, I don't leave these things going. I put things away. Okay, and so that is that. That's all it is on the inside, just pieces of foam. Again, take your foam, put it back in there, and then, just close up your box like so. We're going to be leaving this out because I'm going to set it up, and we're going to plant it. Maybe I'll plant it today, we'll see. So you're going to get this booklet. In this booklet, you're going to see, let's see here, you're going to get like your first page. I'll give you a quick look at it, so you know what it is. You get that. You're going to get that. QR codes. You just scans it. Just makes it easier for you to get things set up. It comes with plugs. My glasses. Okay, so these systems really, they're soilless systems, and they work off of these plugs. So you may have to replace those plugs on every planting. I don't think you can reuse them. I'm not 100% familiar with all of this stuff. I'm sure it comes with the nutrients. You're going to need the nutrients to put in there. So you can see the plugs. Right, those are the plugs you got to put there, and that's basically it. And then the roots, they grow within inside the plugs, and that's it. So let's take a look at the unit. Oh yeah, let me just show you this really quick. It's 24-month. Activate your 24-month warranty for free, and then they just show you again in there how to set things up, when to harvest them and grow them. This is really good for sprouts too. If you really like to grow like your plant's small and then eat the entire plant like lettuce or something, it's really good for that. So let's see what this is. Okay, it's going to come just the way you see it. Wow, look at the LEDs on this thing. A lot of LEDs, I like that. And also they're mixed colors on the LEDs too. So you're probably going to get a contrast of both. You're going to have like a plate like this. Okay, you're going to get, these are your basket strainers, it looks like. These are like tags, so you can mark what they are. They give you another set of bags of strainers. So there's literally, look at all the holes in this thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You got 12 holes. You got 12 of them in here. All right, so that's a lot. And so they give you enough strainers for both. Then they give you, here are the plugs you put in the strainers. We'll show you that in a minute. And of course, you're going to get, I'm not 100% sure what these are, but I'm assuming these are caps that you put. We're going to put it together and then I'll explain it, what it is. I got to actually look at it first a little bit. And let's see here. These are probably the nutrients. And I always recommend, when you can buy nutrients anywhere, but I always recommend buying the nutrients from the company that's selling you the kit, so you get the nutrient mix just the right way, the way they recommend it. So it's always best to do that. Sorry about that. You're going to get basically an A-B mix. These are your nutrients. They're powderized. And they'll measure, it's all probably measured out in the cap. You see how the caps come? I don't know, I have to read it. You may have to turn this into a liquid and then squirt it in. I don't know. They're all kind of, all these systems are different. I've fooled around with a few of these already. And then there's this last box. And this is just a power supply. So that is that. So, and then of course there's this thing. Right here, looks like it's your pump. Okay, so that's your pump right there. And this goes into it, like so. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll put this together and I'll be right back. Okay, so I had to read the instructions and just go through everything on there just to make sure I understood what I was dealing with, because there's a lot of different parts in there and I didn't understand what they were for, but now I do. So we'll put this together really quick and we'll show you how fast this goes together. Now, the only thing that I'm doing that they didn't suggest I do, but I'm doing it for the sake of the video, is I added the water to it. As you can see, there's water already added. There's a top fill line, so I filled it to the top fill line. Probably want to go a little lower when you're setting it up that way. That way, when you put everything together, it's going to soak up the water and blah, 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 blah. And then you're going to need to add water to it. And I'll show you how you do that in a minute. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to take your top part, which is the lamp. All right, so I want you to see the lamp. Okay. Also, too, your buttons are on top. So you have a flower button, a vegetable button, a pump button, and a power on and off, I believe is what it is. Very simple. I didn't realize how this goes together, but you're going to put it in here like so. This is how it comes, by the way. But before you do that, what I like to do is just, it pulls apart telescopically and just set it up this way for now. You can always push it down to where you need it, just to make it easier for you when you're putting it together. In the back here, there's 2 holes for the wires. One's got a smaller kind of a hole and one's a little larger. You can't mess them up. So this hole here is going to be for wherever that hole is. Gotta find a hole. And then there's the other one down there, wherever that one is. Alright, so that's your power right here. That goes into the wall. Okay, so that's your power. Right? You're going to plug that in the wall, but not yet. You just want to plug them in for now. And now we're going to set up this for you to kind of give you an idea on how it goes. So again, this is the top plate. Over here is where you're going to be filling up with the water, but I already put the water in it. And so you got a little cover to cover it on and off. You're going to take that plate, you're going to put it in here. There's a little hole, just so you know, this wire has a little hole here on the side. See this wire for the pump? Has a little hole there for it, so you'll see it, you'll know it goes in there. Now, next thing you want to do, you want to take your inserts and just put all your inserts in there. Simple as this, guys. This is how easy it's becoming. That's 1, It's how easy it is to do your own indoor gardening nowadays. Incredible. I really like these little systems. They're great kitchen countertop systems. Self-contained. Okay, so we use those up. Now, the next thing you want to do is add your plugs, like so. Okay, they're going to slowly soak up the water. They're like an earthen type of plug. So you see it. Kind of like an earthy thing. You got to be kind of careful with it because they will break if you get too manhandly with it. But just drop those in there. And you'll see that they're kind of bouncy when you drop them in because they're hitting the water. But that's okay. They're going to absorb the water eventually. Like so. Boom, boom. Let's keep doing that. Boom, boom, and boom. That's it. That's all your plugs. Now, the next thing you want to do is there's another package here. You're going to want to open this up. It's going to give you a whole bunch of these things. They look like little sauce cups for like when you get pizza. You know what I mean? You get a little cover like that. I'll show you what they are in a minute. In this package, you're going to get your stickers so you can tag everything. You're going to get about 6 of these little monstrosities, nameplates, or whatever you want to call them. And you're going to get these things here. These are stickers, but they're grow out stickers. I'll show you what they are in a minute. You're going to get a little tweezer so you can handle your seeds and place them in there very carefully. And basically, that is it. That's about the brunt of it. Now, the other thing you want to prepare in advance is this. This is your nutrient thing. I just filled this up, so it comes as a powder, so you got to fill it with water, and then you want to dissolve all the contents in there into the water. So it's going to take some time to dissolve because I just filled this up, but shake it around every now and again, get it dissolved, so the nutrients go into the water. I use distilled water. This one's how it's going to come. It's going to come dry. I'll fill out with water later. For me to do it right now, it's just going to get messy. So once you get all this stuff in place, you're going to get your seeds in there where you want them, the type of seeds. They recommend you pre-soak the seed, which isn't a bad idea. In my particular case, I generally don't need to pre-soak them. My seed's really fresh and new, so the newer the seed is, the better. So, but if you want, you can pre-soak it. They recommend pre-soaking them and then putting it in there, and hopefully these tabs will be moist enough to provide the moisture it needs to sprout. So once those are in there, basically, and your seeds are in there, the next thing you want to do is add your labels. Now, these labels are sprouting labels, and they basically... Oh, I ripped it off too quick. That was my fault. I ruined that one. Basically, they're basically a label with a hole in the middle, right? So that's where the thing's going to come through. They really want you to be isolated with this. I made a mistake with that. I didn't realize it was going to rip. So just be careful when you're taking those off. I didn't know it was going to rip. My bad. It's basically ruined that one. Not the end of the world if you don't have a label. Okay, so you're going to get a label. It's going to look like that, a round hole with it. And you're basically going to take this, try to show you on here. I can't lean it forwards, and you just want to stick it to the top of the thing. Okay? So it's going to look like this, stuck to the top of that basket with your earthy insert in there, which has already absorbed the water. And basically, that's all that is. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then once you get that part done like that, you want to take these little clear domes and you want to stick that on top. Now, they're really going out to the extra extent to really make sure that these things are sealed and that you don't get any contaminants on the inside of your water. You don't want any bacterias, any kind of nastiness getting into there because it could become foul. So if you use distilled water or you pre-boil the distilled water, that's always a good option. That's what I use is distilled water. It's generally free of any kind of microbes or anything. you're usually pretty good with that. They recommend purified water. I use distilled water. Once you add the nutrients to it, you're fine. But you don't want to add just sink water to this. You want to make sure you're using something that's pretty sterile. The very next thing you're going to need to do is you're going to want to add your tags. They only give you 6 of these. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use 1 tag for each row, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 rows. They give you 6 tags. I'm going to use you know, a tag for each one of these rows like this, and that is how that's going to go, just like this. All right, and and each tag, so I'll show you here. Right, so here's your tag like that, right? So you're just gonna peel off these stickers. All right, so hopefully you can see that. You're just going to peel off these stickers and put them onto the plate, like so. And then just use a pen to write in whatever it is you're going to, you know, you're going to put in there. Normally, the way I do it is I'll write the date on there, and I'll just mark each one of these tags. Right? I just put a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I keep a book, a log book on the side, and I put everything in there: the date, the lot number, the tag, the variety. I put as much of that information into the book as possible, and I keep track of everything based off of the number. That's how I do it. So that's all you have to do there. And basically that's it. So let's plug this in and let's see what it looks like. Da-da-da. Now I'm going to lower this down because I can't see the buttons. Okay, so the pump is running in here. Basically, the only thing that the pump does is it just circulates the water, just so it doesn't stay stagnated. Okay, these are already they already increased in size. They float, you know, they swelled up, so those are good. And that's it. That's really it. And so you got, let's see here, you could turn the pump off. You know, while you're waiting for this to sprout, you don't necessarily need to run all of this, including the lighting. You're not going to need the lighting or any of this. You just leave it off until everything, the lighting stays on. Here's bloom. That's the bloom color. So you can see the shade of light changes from that to that. Slightly orange on the bloom, and it's bright white on the vegetative growth. And of course you got your button here. So yeah, that's it, guys. And in general, you know, you want to keep this low like that, so the heat from the lamps kind of help warm things up. There's no heater for this or anything, so you generally want to stay around 70 to 75. Room temperature is pretty good, but they recommend about 77 degrees to get your plants really, your seeds really growing. And like I say, this is really good for basil, thyme, rosemary, any of those kind of small seasoning types of things. But I'm going to grow a couple tomatoes in here. I'm going to grow some lettuces, some basil. So we'll see how that comes out. But that's it, guys. That's a beautiful thing. That's how it's going to look. Put you back on vegetation. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up. I'm switching between those things, turn the pump on, and of course, you know, you can turn it off with the button. And that's basically it. I mean, it's a great little system. What I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna plant it out, and in a couple of months we'll bring you back. Maybe I'll shoot like a real short video on each stage of it as it goes, but I'll compile it into one video. Hopefully, not make it that long. And you know, we'll venture back to this. And so, ultimately, in the end, this is what you should end up with, something like this. Alright guys, so that's basically it. It's just a quick unboxing. What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description. I'll also leave the discount codes in the description, and whatever links that they want me to put in the description for you to go to. They might want you to go to maybe their Amazon or maybe the website as well to buy the product. But either way, you'll have everything you need in the top of the description part where you can see it. And that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments or you have any experience with this, comment below. If you have any questions about it, it's best to contact this company, and that way they can explain it to you firsthand. And like I say, we'll come back in the future and we'll do an update video. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.